Welcome back to the channel, everyone, where we bring you the latest and most impactful news surrounding the Philadelphia Eagles and the entire NFL landscape. Before we get into the details of today's developing story, we want to take a moment to recognize our incredible community. Please leave a comment below with your name and the city you are watching from so that I can give you a special shout out in our next video. We truly appreciate the support from the Birds family across the globe, from South Philly all the way to international fans. Today, we are shifting our focus away from the gridiron and into a situation involving one of our own players that has sparked a massive amount of conversation and controversy online. The Philadelphia Eagles have always been a franchise that prides itself on character and accountability. But right now, offensive tackle Fred Johnson is finding himself at the center of a public scandal that is raising a lot of questions about his personal conduct and his future with the organization. The news broke recently following a series of public accusations made by Lyss Okada, who has identified herself as the partner of Fred Johnson. According to various reports and social media posts that have quickly gone viral, Okada has accused the Eagles tackle of abandoning her while she is currently pregnant with their child. This is a heavy allegation that has sent shockwaves through the fan base and the sports media world. Okada didn't stop at just the claim of abandonment. She also alleged that while she was dealing with the challenges of her pregnancy, Johnson was active on various dating applications, seeking out new relationships and essentially moving on from his responsibilities at home. These accusations were backed by what appeared to be screenshots and personal testimonies shared across social platforms, making it impossible for the news to be ignored by the public or the team. When we look at Fred Johnson's career, he has been a valuable piece of the Eagles' depth on the offensive line. Standing at 6'7" and weighing over 300 pounds, Johnson has been a massive presence for the Birds, providing much-needed insurance behind stars like Jordan Mailata and Lane Johnson. He's a veteran who has spent time with the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers before finding a home here in Philadelphia. Coach Nick Sirianni and the front office under Howie Roseman have often praised Johnson for his work ethic and his ability to step in when the starters are sidelined. However, the NFL is a league where what happens off the field can often carry just as much weight as what happens between the lines. The Philadelphia Eagles organization has a long-standing commitment to maintaining a positive image within the community, and news of a player allegedly neglecting family obligations in such a public manner puts the team in a very difficult position. The allegations made by Lyss Okada are deeply personal and involve a level of domestic drama that the Eagles' locker room generally tries to avoid. While we must remember that these are accusations and the player has a right to his side of the story, the sheer volume of public outcry has put a spotlight on Johnson's character. In today's digital age, these stories gain momentum fast. Fans on Twitter and Instagram have been divided, with many calling for the team to take immediate action or release a statement, while others urge caution until more facts come to light. The NFL also has a very strict personal conduct policy. While that policy usually focuses on legal infractions or violent crimes, the league and individual teams are becoming increasingly sensitive to how players conduct themselves in their private lives, especially when it involves the well-being of children and partners. This situation comes at a time when the Eagles are focused on maintaining their chemistry and culture. The locker room in Philadelphia is known for being tight-knit, with veteran leaders who emphasize the importance of being a pro's pro. If these allegations turn into a significant distraction, it could impact Johnson's standing on the roster. It is no secret that the Eagles are always looking to maximize their talent, but they also value players who reflect the blue-collar, family-oriented values of the city of Philadelphia. The fans here are some of the most passionate in the world, and while they will defend their players to the end on the field, they are also quick to demand accountability when someone isn't living up to the standards expected of a professional athlete representing the midnight green. As this story continues to develop, we are waiting to see if there will be any formal legal filings or if the Eagles brass will choose to address the matter internally. So far, the team has remained relatively quiet, which is standard procedure for personal matters that haven't reached a courtroom. However, with the viral nature of Lyss Okada's posts, the pressure is mounting. We have seen in the past how the court of public opinion can influence team decisions, especially when it involves depth players who might be seen as more replaceable than a franchise cornerstone. Fred Johnson is currently in a position where he needs to prove he can be a reliable part of this team's future, and this scandal certainly doesn't help his case. We also have to consider the perspective of the woman involved. Pregnancy is a vulnerable time, and the accusations of being left without support while the father of the child is reportedly browsing dating apps is something that resonates with a lot of people on a human level, regardless of their interest in football. We will be keeping a very close eye on any updates regarding Fred Johnson's status and any potential response from his representatives. It is a messy situation that reminds us that these athletes are human beings with complex lives outside of the stadium. The Eagles have a lot on their plate right now with roster moves and preparation, but the next man up philosophy applies to more than just injuries. It applies to conduct and availability as well. If the team feels that Johnson is no longer a fit for the culture they are building, they won't hesitate to make a move. We've seen Howie Roseman make tough calls before, and this could be another instance where the off-field baggage outweighs the on-field utility. We hope for a resolution that ensures the well-being of everyone involved, especially the unborn child caught in the middle of this public dispute. Make sure you stay tuned to the channel as we bring you more information as it surfaces. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated on all things Philadelphia Eagles. We want to hear from you because your voice is what makes this community so strong. Do you believe the Philadelphia Eagles should take disciplinary action against Fred Johnson based on these public accusations? Or should the team stay out of a player's private domestic matters?